Howdy, friend. Sam Houston here, hoping you're living in high cotton. And if you're lucky enough to be in Texas, I know you're most of the way there. Now enjoy your daily dose of Texas history and Texas pride.
Howdy, friend. Welcome back to the Feed Bandit podcast and your Texas history roundup for November 30th. In 1644, this is the approximate date of Fray Juan de Padilla's death, the first missionary martyr in Texas history. In his travels to extend Christian influence, he was killed by Indians in Hemphill County. When he and some companions were attacked by Indians, he supposedly urged his companions to flee and then knelt and deliberately sacrificed himself to allow them to escape. His death was reported by one of those who escaped. Padilla had been with Francisco Vasquez de Coronado's expedition and remained to seek conversions. A monument to him stands in Amarillo's Elwood Park. In 1837, Erastus Deaf Smith died in Richmond. Smith lost his hearing during an illness as a youth in Natchez. He came to San Antonio in 1821, then was a scout for Stephen F. Austin during the Siege of Bexar in December 1835. He carried Colonel William B. Travis's February 25, 1836 letter from the Alamo. He was sent by General Sam Houston to San Antonio to learn the fate of the garrison. He returned with Susanna W. Dickinson, captured a Mexican courier bearing important dispatches prior to the Battle of San Jacinto, and destroyed Vince's bridge to prevent a Mexican retreat in that fight. Deaf Smith County is named for him. In 1857, during the Cart War, Governor Elisha M. Peace declared, quote, "It is now very evident that there is no security for the lives of citizens of Mexican origin engaged in the business of transportation along the road from San Antonio to the Gulf." Mexicans and Tejanos had developed a successful ox cart freighting business for transporting goods from Indianola to San Antonio and other interior settlements. Some Anglo competitors retaliated by destroying their ox carts, stealing goods, and in some cases injuring or killing carters. A major incident occurred near Seguin in 1855, and the war subsided by the end of 1857, when militia were sent to escort the carts. In 1860, this is the probable day that the Shady Villa Inn in Salado opened. The building still exists, but most other early structures in the settlement founded by Elijah S.C. Robertson do not. It is called the Stagecoach Inn because it served for many years as a stagecoach stop. Robertson's father was an impresario who brought several hundred settlers to Texas. The inn was first restored by the Dion Van Bibbers family in 1945. And I've stayed at the Stagecoach Inn, actually. In 1959, Donald A. Don Perkins was drafted by the Baltimore Colts. He had been an All-American at the University of New Mexico, where he was the nation's leading kick returner as a senior in 1959. Perkins joined the Dallas Cowboys in 1961 and earned NFL Rookie of the Year honors. He was an NFL top 10 rusher each season he played, and during his career rushed for 6,217 yards, which is third in the franchise behind only Anthony D. Tony Dorsett and Emmitt Smith. Perkins is a member of the Dallas Cowboys Ring of Honor. And in 2018, George H.W. Bush, the former president of the United States, died in Houston at the age of 94. Bush was one of the most qualified persons to hold that office. Well, that's debatable, depending on what qualified means. Having served as vice president for 2 terms under President Ronald Reagan, as well as having served as a member of the House of Representatives, ambassador to the United Nations, and director of the Central Intelligence Agency. Can you say deep state? Bush was born in Massachusetts in 1924. He served in the Navy during World War II, and his career before politics was in the West Texas oil industry. As president, he navigated the last years of the Cold War and had a key role in the reunification of Germany, presided over the Gulf War that ended the Iraqi invasion of Kuwait, and negotiated the signing of the North American Free Trade Agreement. Bush celebrated his 90th birthday in 2014 with a skydive, one of several. All right, well, that was your Texas History Roundup for November 30th. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll catch you back here tomorrow. And remember, Texas first.
Well, there you have it. If you like our podcast, check us out at feedbandit.com. There you'll find awesome Texas First outdoors gear and apparel. Your purchase helps support the Bandits and keeps this podcast on the air, fighting for you and for Texas. Remember, preserve the tradition, protect the legacy. Until next time.